Hi, everyone. My name is Trang Nguyen. I am an abolitionist, social worker, and psychotherapist currently located on the unceded land of the Ohlone people, colonially known as Oakland, California. My pronouns are they, she, and I'm so grateful to be here with you all today. And I look forward to sharing some things that I have been gathering for the past several years in the field. But more importantly, this is my life's work and something that I am deeply passionate about. So thank you for lending me your time and energy, and I hope we can grow together in the next 9 minutes. So today I will be talking about how mental health looks different for people of the global majority and how to sustain ourselves. This wellness session is provided to you by the CCHS Wellness Team. The content that I will be sharing is based on my lived experiences, clinical experience, and research. I will have the source and link attached to each slide for your reference, and the slides will be sent out to you all. At the end of the presentation, I will provide you with further resources so that you can continue to water your journeys. If there's anything that I am leaving out by the end of the presentation, please contact CCHS Wellness at cchealth.org if you have any other questions. Right, before we get into the presentation, let's take a moment to ground ourselves in our bodies, in the present moment, and on the land that we are currently on. I want you to find a comfortable position, either sitting or lying down with your head, neck, and spine aligned. And as your body settles and your eyes are closed, if it feels safe to do so, bring your awareness to your breathing. In this present moment, there's nothing that you have to do but to just follow my voice. And just notice your breath coming in and your breath going out, following the breath with your awareness. Follow the breath all the way in and follow the breath all the way out. Just breathing in, breathing out, keeping your awareness slightly and gently on your breath, breathing mindfully in this present moment. If thoughts come in, as they always do, just acknowledge the thoughts without any judgment and just let them go. Let them drift away like clouds floating across the sky, and then bring your awareness back to your breath, back to your breathing, and back to this present moment. As we bring this to an end, keeping your eyes closed for just a little while longer, take a moment to notice how you're feeling, your body, your mind, your spirit. If you like, offer gratitude for this time you have taken for yourself to be quiet, to breathe, and bring yourself back into balance. Now you can slowly come back into the room, being aware of your body and your chair, and just gently opening up your eyes. Okay, welcome back into this space. Feel free to take a pause in the video so you can look at the benefits of grounding and just checking in with yourself and taking some deep breaths. So why is this topic important? I provided an infographic here, the types of trauma that one can experience. Please feel free to pause the video to take a more in-depth look at this infographic. A recent review documented that discrimination is positively associated with measures of depression and anxiety symptoms and psychological distress. This occurs in everyday interactions, but more so in high-pressure situations, such as hospitals, where it requires us to use our personal experience, intuition, and biases when working with patients. So what are the mental health symptom differences in Black, Indigenous, people of color versus white folks? Because the symptom varies in BIPOC communities and don't typically match the stereotypical symptoms, they get misdiagnosed and underdiagnosed and don't receive the treatment, psychoeducation, or guidance for them to take care of themselves and feel better. Studies have found that BIPOC communities are more likely to experience severe and debilitating symptoms of major depression, yet are less likely to receive the beneficial treatments that they need. To ensure that everyone has equal access to mental health services, regardless of race, ethnicity, or socioeconomic status, It is important that we take meaningful steps towards addressing the root cause of these disparities. This can include developing culturally competent and sensitive healthcare providers and increasing psychoeducation of mental health issues to patients. These are just some of the examples of differences in mental health symptoms and it varies from person to person. Due to the discrimination that Black, Indigenous, and people of color experience, you may see irritability as a common symptom of depression, which is not typically used to describe depression in stereotypical depressive symptoms. So, what are the impacts of BIPOC communities being underdiagnosed and misdiagnosed? Black, Indigenous, and people of color face systemic oppression, such as racism, sexism, colorism, transphobia, classism, ableism, xenophobia. And when folks have many layers of these marginalized identities, we call them intersecting identities. Folks with intersecting identities are more likely to struggle with mental health issues due to external factors that inhibit them from feeling safe in their own bodies and community. This is an issue that disproportionately affects Black, Indigenous, and people of color. We're often unable to identify and name our own experiences, making it difficult to understand our own mental health needs. This lack of recognition leads to internalizing negative narratives and dismissing our own experiences and the experiences of our peers. This can hinder our own access to the support we need to tend to our mental health. Therefore, it is important to ensure that BIPOC communities have access to the resources and support necessary to understand our experiences and to seek the help when needed. So, with all of this information, what can we do to ensure folks are getting the support they need? This is the safety and wellness portion of the presentation. Also, want to provide full transparency that these are just some tools that I use for myself, my clients, and my community at this point in my work, considering the lived experiences for myself and my community. These tools will shift and change as society, the world, and our internal structures change. So please keep an open mind and heart when taking in this information, that not everything will be applicable to every person, but take what you want and leave behind what you think won't serve you. So first, I would say check in with yourself. Pause and don't jump into conclusions, assumptions. Check your personal biases. Check where you're at with your cultural sensitivity. Tune inwards, put yourself in other people's shoes, build your compassion and empathy muscle, and recognize that Black, Indigenous, and people of color can cause harm too by the internalized, racism, sexism, discrimination that we can inflict into ourselves and project onto others. When you feel that any of these things are coming up for you, name it. Be transparent so you can end the vicious cycle of systemic harm. Externalize it. Don't store this in your body. We experience a lot of vicarious trauma when doing this work. Talk to a trusted friend, therapist, colleague. Before we close out, I want to leave you with this quote from James Baldwin, a gay poet and activist. It is certain in any case that ignorance allied with power is the most ferocious enemy justice can have. Thank you so much for being here today. It's been an honor and privilege to share this space with you all. As a gentle reminder, the content shared is based on my lived experiences, clinical experience, and research. If there's anything I'm leaving out, please contact CCHS. If you want more access and resources that I have compiled, I have listed them in my link tree and in this slide for your access. I hope you have a restful day.